and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kenya. I make videos about minimalism, health, and lifestyle every week. For me, minimalism is all about focusing on the things in your life that bring you joy and bring you happiness and add value to your life, and getting rid of the things that don't. Now, I feel like this philosophy can be applied not only to physical clutter, but to relationships. And by relationships, I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, I'm talking about friendships, family relationships, and everything in between. And that's what today's video is going to be about: decluttering your relationships or social minimalism. So let's get into it. Okay, so on my journey of decluttering my relationships, the first thing I did was evaluate my relationships, which I think is a really important step if you're thinking about, decluttering the relationships around you. So I feel like it's really important to ask yourself when evaluating your relationships, whether or not this person brings value to your life. Is this person toxic for you? Do they just bring a lot of negativity around you? Do they put you in bad situations? Or are they a positive influence? Are they building you up? Do they encourage you? Do they motivate you? If it's the opposite, and if it was the qualities I was listing earlier and they're just bringing around a lot of negativity, maybe it's time to consider getting rid of this relationship, distancing yourself from this person, or just cutting them off entirely. And that's not going to be an easy thing to do. Like, I feel like it's really hard to have to cut somebody off or to have to eliminate a relationship with somebody, but trust me from personal experience, once you start decluttering your relationships and focusing on the people who bring value into your life, you will feel so much better. So yeah, that is my first tip, is to take a second to evaluate all of your relationships and consider whether or not they're bringing value into your life. Okay, the next step or tip I guess I have is to focus on your relationship with yourself. So I feel like this is the most important thing I'm gonna talk about in this video. And I might make a whole nother video on this because I feel like just focusing on yourself in general is so important, and I'm still working on that. For me personally, once I started focusing on myself, I started to weed out the negative relationships in my life. And by working on myself, I just mean like spending more time with myself, figuring out what I like and what I don't like, taking the time to try to be healthier and just really focus on self-love and working on my self-esteem and building myself up. Because I feel like once you start working on yourself, you're able to learn to value yourself. And I feel like once you do that, you're able to weed out those who don't value you. In the past, like, I've gotten into really toxic, not only friendships, but definitely relationships and situationships and all of those things, because I didn't really value myself, I didn't really know myself, and that's what I felt I deserved at the time. But after spending time with myself and working on my personal relationship with myself, I was able to find value in that and weed out those who didn't. So that would be my next really important thing when decluttering your relationships, is to focus on the relationship with yourself, because I feel like that is the most important one. And the last tip I have is to focus on the relationships that do bring you joy. I feel like decluttering your relationships is a really hard and sometimes awkward thing to do, but I feel like once the process is done, it really gives you the time to focus on the relationships you already have that really add value to your life and do bring you joy. I'm really happy and grateful for the relationships I do have in my life, because I feel like I have a lot of people around me who really support me and encourage me and motivate me to do better. And it wasn't always like that. That wasn't always the case. Like I said earlier, I used to just have this was a long time ago, but I used to have like toxic friends and be in toxic relationships because I thought that's what I deserved at the time. I feel like it's really important to just get rid of people who are not really bringing anything to your life, that are only bringing negativity to your life. Focus on your relationship with yourself and focus on the people around you that bring positive vibes. So that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!